people. How are you today? My name is Baylene and I'm here to give you some tips and tricks on how to start your own fashion brand. I've been in the fashion industry for about 18 years and I've had my own brand named Dragonfly. But before I get started on this segment, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with anyone who you think might benefit from this video and any of the other videos I have. All right, let's get started. Today is the second part of the questions I have from our tribe. So let's see what they are. We've got how to budget and is a fashion degree or prior experience necessary? Ooh, okay. Let's see. So let's start with how to budget, or in other words, how you organize yourself financially. Launching a fashion brand is a big deal because you're not only launching a brand, but a business. And potentially for the first time becoming an entrepreneur. It's a big undertaking. So first things first, and even though it may seem like a buzzkill, since designing is such a creative profession, we need to understand our finances first and foremost. If you have a tight budget, you might consider cutting corners. But I would make sure that you really don't do that with your product or your marketing channels. For advertising and marketing, you don't necessarily need to spend a lot of money, but it does take a lot of time if you go the social media route and you're handling all the accounts. Like I said, it takes a lot of time, and time is money. A common rule of thumb for B2B or business-to-business companies should spend 2 to 5% of their revenue on marketing. For B2C, which is business to customers companies, the proportion is often higher, pretty much around 5 to 10%. This is because B2C companies typically need to invest more in marketing channels to reach various customer segments, and you need customers to make money. So it is wise to have a healthy budget in this sector. Labels and packaging can be simplified as long as it's still eye-catching, but making it cleaner and simpler not only saves money, but it is more environmentally friendly. You might even consider DIYing some of the items, such as the box or the bag that you use, labels, hand tags, and such. Or collaborate with a small, sustainable business that is looking to increase their exposure, and you can come to some interesting agreement. But one thing is for sure, keeping it very organized and up-to-date records of research costs and expenses is the key to removing overspending, doubts, and stress in the long run. Now, I cannot stress that enough, and I think I've mentioned it in a lot of my videos. Be organized. Okay, on to the next question. So, is a fashion degree necessary or fashion experience, or can one just start from zero? In truth, a degree or experience is not necessarily needed, but it certainly helps. Like we have discussed previously, if you want to create your own pieces, then sewing, pattern making, and draping is a must. If you plan to manufacture either locally or overseas, tech packs are more commonly used. In this case, some knowledge of Adobe Illustrator and Photoshop might come in handy. But hand drawings, magazine tears, written explanations, and actual garments can also really help. If you have zero experience, I 100% recommend that you take at least one comprehensive course and or coaching that covers both the creative and business aspects of starting a fashion brand. You could also do a lot of research online, like using YouTube, for example, like my channel. But having somebody to discuss all of this with is also very essential. Plus, the course would come in a more orderly fashion and not in bits and pieces, which can be confusing. I use Adobe Illustrator and Photoshop to create all my tech packs, which I prefer to do and have been doing for so many years. Their membership is around $20 a month in the first year, and then around $30 a month after that. This can be a great investment if you use it continuously. They're constantly updating it and adding new software. I also use it to make my color cards, trend books, mood boards, which of course helps with planning color stories, prints, trims, and all that in an organized and visually pleasing way. I believe investing in yourself is crucial. as it will contribute to the success of your business. So consider taking an online course, as well as joining Facebook pages, reaching out to mentors who are in the industry and have launched their own business, like me. Back in the days, having a degree was essential to getting a job because it was a job I was looking for. So even today, a degree would be necessary if you were just to become a fashion designer. Now, I love being part of a fashion program, which I did between Italy and New York City. I love being part of that community, and so many friendships were forged. I went on to have a pretty lucrative career in fashion, moving up that ladder. It was only years later that I decided to venture out on my own. But I am happy with the way I went about it, because that was my journey to take. So perhaps if you're really interested in becoming a fashion designer, whether to work as a freelancer, start your own business, or work in a company, then maybe getting a degree is your path. All right, my lovelies, that's all the time I have for today. Please stay tuned for my other videos with more questions and answers. And if you have any questions or any comments, make sure to add them in the comments below. Please like, subscribe, and see you next time.